Thanks for visiting RMUColonials.com. Welcome back to Joe Walton Stadium for your latest RMU Lacrosse interview. I'm Matt Gajtka from Sports Information, and I'm joined today by senior co-captain and defender from Apex, North Carolina, Kristi Marks. Kristi, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Appreciate you joining me today. Let's talk a little bit about the great start for the Colonials so far. 7-2, that's the program's best non-conference record ever. What have you liked out of the first 9 games?
I think just our hustle all over the field. We played really well together. Starting in the fall, we didn't know what to expect with new players coming in, and right from the get-go we gelled and we know how to work together, and I think that shows with our 7-2 record. We've taken everything from each game, whether it's a win or a loss, and I think we're ready to take that into conference.
I mentioned you're a co-captain, one of 4 on the team. Also as a senior, I think that probably brings a little extra responsibility to lead. What is your style when things aren't going the way you want, or when they are? How do you keep them going in a positive direction?
Yeah, I think for us it's all about communication, knowing when to help each other out and be there for each other. We each have somebody on the team that we can go to, whether it's, I need a little help, I'm having a rough day, or it's, hey, I'm having a great day, but I need you to help me with what to work on, and things like that. So I think we have each person, I have my 2 people on defense that I go to, I have my person that I go to for, I need a little build up, whether it's, completely off the field, and we understand our roles and we do that well. I think the captains work really well together. We're super close off the field, and that helps for having team meetings and really getting what we need to get done.
When you look at the position that you play, there isn't an opportunity to go up the field that much, get goals, get assists. You do have caused turnovers. You're second on the team with 11, and you are also second on the team in ground balls so far this season. You're just behind the super freshman, Dana Davis. She's been pretty excellent in that category, but you have 19 there. So those are some ways to measure, I guess, how you're playing defensively, but not all of it is included in the stats there. So how do you evaluate your own play?
I think for defense especially, it's if we get caused turnovers from that end, that's what allows us to score. So we kind of look at it as we started to play. If we have a good transition and that gets us a fast break goal or even a slow break goal, it's we had a part in that, and we just want to see a win at the end of the day. So as long as we can try and keep from the other team scoring and things like that, then that's a pretty successful day for us.
You had an opportunity in that Campbell game with an empty net. Actually, I was thinking maybe you or Haley Shem, another senior on the defensive side of things, would take a shot at the empty net. You had 13 goals, I believe, in high school at Apex. So was that a thought that entered your mind at all?
Not really. It was kind of a close game at the end, and we just wanted to, like I said, get the win and take positives and stuff and work from that going into conference coming up. So it was just, let's get this win, let's keep the ball away from Campbell, and I'm going to stay on the defensive end and do it from that side.
It was a pretty highly competitive match against Campbell, a 21-16 win that closed out the non-conference schedule right here at Joe Walton. You'll be back on the field behind us. Tomorrow, we're filming this on a Thursday. St. Francis comes to town, your in-state rival, the Red Flash of the Northeast Conference. Everyone I've talked to this season has said the focus is on conference play and winning a championship. So what do you think needs to happen in these coming games, these next 7 games over the month of April, for that goal to be fulfilled?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, we've taken everything, whether it's positive, negative outcome, anything from these games that we played in out-of-conference, which is so great that we can have all of our out-of-conference and then all of our in-conferences. We can kind of use those games as learning and progression and things like that, and we've taken everything away from the games that we've played and then into that next week in practice, and doing that has helped us be a well-rounded team, whether it's attack, transition, our goalies, even with both goalies getting a lot of playing time, is we can put either one in there and know that we're safe on defense with somebody good behind us. And I think our conference is so competitive, and it takes the last weekend to decide who's the top 4 in the conference, and that's why we play the game. We're out here and any team can beat any other team in the conference. So becoming a good team throughout of conference will help us, okay, well, we've seen this, we've seen that, we know how to handle any team that we're going to face. It's just putting it together that day.
That's Kristi. I'm Matt. Come out and check out the Colonials. They have 3 conference home games, starting with the one I talked about against St. Francis, then a couple later in the month. 7-2, carrying that record into NEC play. Visit RMUColonials.com to follow their progress throughout the spring.